Carl. What are you up to?
So currently what I'm working on is attaching the plants to this robotic arm. The goal essentially being allowing them movement by giving them like a superstructure underneath them so it can move around.
How long have you been studying robotics?
So my robotics career actually started when I was in second grade. I went to a local demonstration by the high school team, and I absolutely fell in love with it, you know. And it would be some 10 years later, I was actually end up the president of that robotics team. And now I've been mentoring robotics at local high schools for the last 7 years, I believe. And so that was, you know, kind of my competitive experience, but building and developing here specifically in academia has been for the last 4 years approximately.
And just by coincidence, you will be starring in the Triffid video, and by coincidence, you happen to be working on a performance art piece about plants, which I believe you said is entitled
Alive.
Alive, and it's you want plants to dance with humans.
Yeah, to some extent, right? It all started, I think it was about 4 years ago. I was at an art exhibit, and I remember seeing this gorgeous piece and looking down at a flower arrangement I was holding. And I remember thinking to myself, well, this is beautiful, this is gorgeous, but it's static, it's still, it's stationary, and we have entire forms of art dedicated to motion, dance. So what if we could let this flower arrangement move? What if we could let plants dance?
So these were designed by Carl himself.
Any of you want?
Oh yeah!
Wow.
Look at this style.
Dude,
I've
seen Carl wear pants like that.
So
yeah, he says he wears them when he was hiking.
I know.
Yeah,
and he says they're
I
actually
hike with him.
warm.
That's how I know Carl.
Oh.
So have you ever used
So that checks.
I don't buy that these are warm.
I buy that they're fashionable though.
So you have to apply fresh lettuce every. Is that lettuce?
No, this is bok choy.
Bok choy.
So
okay.
yeah, so bok choy doesn't really love, or basically, you know, wants to stay cool and fresher, and so it will need to be reapplied every single night. So
okay.
A new dancer essentially comes in each night,
And it dies every night.
Yeah, well, and that's the really thing that I think is intriguing about flower arrangements is that they're meant for beauty that dies eventually. There's something interesting about the finiteness, right? And at first it kind of seems almost morbid, right? Oh, we're using these things in their death to show beauty, but that's how they work in the wilderness too, in the wild. You know, flowers bloom with the intent of bringing creatures to them. You could argue maybe potentially for a beauty's sake, and then they die off once their purpose has been served. So I think it holds true to kind of the natural process of this. And I have a total of 18 minutes, so they know you guys are coming, and so we're going to walk you to the front, and I want to put you there in the front, and just kind of stay in the front area. Matt knows where he's walking around, but I would just have you there, and you can see all the lovely stuff, and you have questions, you can ask after I figure out all the chaos that's going to happen. So, if I had someone with a light over here.
What if you had a flashlight in your hand?
I could probably go with flashlight. So,
It looked really good.
yeah, thank you.
Yeah,
Awesome.
it
Well,
felt great.
you're all welcome to come
Yes.
Friday and Saturday.
Most definitely.
It's the same. It's basically the same running of the same thing. So,
Yeah. Okay.
awesome.
Yeah, we'll be here. So.
Thank you. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm coming as well.
Hey. Very proud of you. Good job.
Thanks for coming as well.
All right, man. I'll give you a
Yeah, yeah. If you want a hug too, it's all the hugs. Cool. What can I do to continue to help you guys?
You're doing great, Carl.
Sick.
10 out of 10.
Awesome. Hands in the middle. Hands in the middle.
Feet in the middle.
Glance on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Plants!
We're gonna see you in another Triffitt movie.
Yes.
eventually, so, the star.
Yeah. Yep. Exactly. Running for my life because I stepped a little bit too close to the sun. Peace, y'all.
There was our mysterious rubbish heap plant grown to a height of 7 feet or more. There was no mistaking it. And it was walking.